Nobody really notices him, only after someone yells out his name. This is Zinkoff. Nobody really notices him, only after someone yells out his name. This is Zinkoff. Zinkoff has a bright future in front of him, though he has no one to celebrate with. Everyone wins except for Zinkoff. All the other sidewalk pups win, and Zinkoff loses. This is Zinkoff's first day of school. He is so excited. He loves school and his teacher, Miss Meeks.
Miss Meek puts on a conductor's hat. She begins her opening speech. She starts off saying, "Good morning, young citizens." Zinkoff thinks that is so cool. Then Miss Meeks tells them how many more days of school. They are all shocked. Zinkoff asks Miss Meeks a wonderful question. He asks, "What does represent mean?" Before he knows it, it's recess time. It turns out that recess wasn't what Zinkoff expected. It's just free time. Miss Meeks used the word jabbit. Zinkoff cannot stop laughing. He cannot control himself. He thinks it's very funny, like the word clunker for. Zinkoff is baking a snickerdoodle for his new neighbor Andrew. He will not come out of his hiding spot unless he gets a snickerdoodle. When Zinkoff gets there and lifts the cookie, it falls into pieces. Andrew went away crying and never came out until they moved away. Zinkoff is baking a snickerdoodle for his new neighbor Andrew. He wants to welcome his new neighbor, Andrew. Was sad because he moved. He wants Andrew to be his new best friend.
Zinkoff's team won the soccer tournament on field day. It is his favorite sport of all. He was so happy to play, but more happier when he won. He got to keep the trophy, which was awesome. He couldn't forget this day. Miss Briswell got annoyed and mad at Zinkoff. She sent him out of the room and pointing at the door. Next thing you know, he's at home. Miss Briswell got in trouble. The principal told her no teacher can ever banish a student from school. Zinkoff's dad is not allowed to take Zinkoff to his job on Take Your Kid to Work Day, so they made up their own. Zinkoff had to make lots of letters for Zinkoff to take to the work day.
Zinkoff goes to work with his dad. After a while, he gets tired, so he and his dad take a break. After taking a break, relaxing until they are ready to go back to work.
Zinkoff just got surgery and is back from the hospital. He is not happy that he can't go to school. He tries to sneak out, but Polly always says bye-bye right before he walks out the door, so he can't leave.
In 4th grade, Zinkoff is discovered by his 4th grade teacher, Mr. Yalowitz. As soon as Zinkoff enters class, Mr. Yalowitz says, "And these shall be first." Zinkoff gets to sit in the front row unlike 2nd and 3rd grade. Zinkoff is on the same team as Gary Hobbin on field day. Gary is very athletic. Zinkoff's teacher makes Zinkoff race in the biggest race. Gary gives him a big head start, but Zinkoff comes in last. Zinkoff's favorite place to go was 900 block Willow Street. That is where he delivered mail. Also, the waiting man and mail lady lived there. He met Claudia there and got his pink stone. A girl asked Zinkoff, "Who is your best friend?" He replied, saying, "Everybody." Well, nobody. He sees Hector Benz and says, "That's his friend." But no, he's not.
Zinkoff is happy about his best friend. He talks about Hector at dinner. He invites Hector over for a sleepover, and then gives Hector an Altoid tin with earwax in it, but Hector doesn't want it.
Zinkoff takes his geography test and gets an A+. After, people start to praise him by calling him genius. He was very happy. People were actually talking to him. Zinkoff is having a peanut butter sandwich with the mail lady. Zinkoff was upset. He asked the old lady for the 2 stars he was supposed to get on a bad day. She doesn't have stars, so she gives him a turkey sticker. Then Zinkoff tells her all of his problems. The day after field day, the yellow team came to school wearing their medals. All they heard was, "Congrats," in a sad voice. Within the first couple of days of school, he sees his old buddy, Andrew. Andrew is older now and has more attitude, but Donald is surely excited to see Drew. It was a snow day. Zinkoff and his friends were playing. When they were having a snowball fight, Zinkoff saw tons of flashing lights. Then he heard Claudia was lost. He decides he will find her. Zinkoff looks for Claudia in the cold, snowy storm. He searched for her for 7 hours but couldn't find her. He was so worried but exhausted and passed out. He loved being a kid, doing stuff some adults can't do, but sometimes they can hurt people around you. He was an energetic kid. People love to talk to him, but taking it to the next level in life, he can't always be a kid. Zinko found out Claudia got off her child leash. He is frightened that she's hurt. He is out until 2 in the morning looking for her. Zinko wakes up in his bed. Then he thinks about Claudia lost outside. His parents asked why he didn't come home. He said he was looking for Claudia. Then told him he was found shortly after she was lost. Then when he wants to go outside, they say he's grounded for the rest of the day.
Zingoff and his parents sit down on the couch and talk. Zingoff, you did not come home when you said you would last, says his mom. His parents were worried because last night a little girl went missing, but Zingoff was just in the alley.
On the next day of school, Turtle and Bance were talking about Zinkoff. Hobin tells them about his search for Claudia. After that, they were picking teams for a game. They picked teams, and Zinkoff was the only one left. About a minute later, Bance said Zinkoff, and the game started.
Loser.
Loser. Yay. Yeah. Thank you
For listening to
our
story.
Bye.